Triton Nation, welcome to your home broadcast. The Iowa Central Tritons taking on Highland Community College today for their regular season finale. I'm Hank Ambrose with you one last time in Dodger Stadium. Let's do this thing. The IC3 are down on the field right now, swarming the troops, getting ready to march the field and bring out the big wave. It's time to burn the boats at Dodger Stadium. If you're watching it from home, then I would suggest you change that. Come out, support these college kids out in person, Dodger Stadium in Fort Dodge, Iowa, because we are ready for some NJCAA football coming up in just a little bit. We have the band on the field, the dance team, the cheerleaders, and the football team rushing the field now. There they go in the all blue. Iowa Central Tritons taking on the Highland Community College Scotties today. The Iowa Central Tritons are on a 3-game winning streak against Highland Community College and look to extend it to 4. Now, we will have to see how that pairs off, as I will tell you this. Highland Community College are a lot different than they have been in the past. They have a brand new head coach this year, Mr. DJ Mayo. We'll talk about him in just a little bit, but first I want to go through some key spotlights of the game on the Triton side and the Scotty side as well. If you just joined us, I'm Hank Ambrose with you for your Triton pregame show. For the Highland Community College Scotties, here's some of those key points. Look out for those red zone and fourth down conversions because they are very, very unpredictable. Why do I say that? Because for the most part, they are dead even with passing attempts called and rushing attempts called on fourth down and in the red zone. This is a team that is successful on fourth down, but not successful on third down. Still trying to find that identity late in the season. That makes them very unpredictable. Also, for Highland Community College, something they don't have on offense is a varsity rushing quarterback. They've used 2 primary quarterbacks on the season between Tyson Robbins, who is the projected starter today, and Brindley Vandeveer. Both of those guys not rushing quarterbacks. Now, they've tried to take off about 25 times so far in the year between each of them, but they're only averaging about 1.5 yards per rush. So only on very short yardage situations, I don't expect them to really take off. But again, that could also make them unpredictable, knowing that they have a guy that is pretty heavy on his feet in the backfield. 2 guys, really. Also, Tritons on a 3-game win streak, as previously mentioned, against the Iowa Central Tritons. Can't take that lightly, though. Highland's got a really solid team this year. Highland 6-4 on the year. Tritons are 5-4. One other thing on offense to note for Highland Community College is they will stretch the field with passes. This is a team that's averaging about 15 yards per catch, which is pretty solid. Tritons are up there as well, and among everyone else in the nation, not very close to that. They're about under 10 yards. So watch them moving the ball from the right side to the left side to all the way in the back to all the way down the field. They have some deep threats that you're going to want to know. And I think there is a certain player that perfectly describes this offense, who is a current NFL player who didn't play for Highland Community College, but he grew up in the town of Highland, Kansas, and that is the second-round pick this year for the Detroit Lions, a rookie that played for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Tight end Sam Laporta is from Highland, Kansas. Did not play for Highland Community College. He spent all 3 of his college years playing for the University of Iowa. He's a star player now in the NFL already, and he's just a rookie. That stretching the field and the way they run their vertical routes, very similar to the style that Sam Laporta plays, even though he technically never really played for Highland Community College. Highland, a very community-based organization, however, just like the Iowa Central Tritons with how involved they are with the Fort Dodge Dodgers and the St. Edmund Gales. You could say the same about Highland Community College and their surrounding schools, so that's why I give props to them from that end. Highland Community College, a team that I've emphasized already, is a passing team. They don't have a single player on their team that has rushed for 200 yards on the season. That's very poor. Now at the same time, they have had near 15 players have a handoff or a rushing attempt on the season, but still not a single player over 200 yards. That's quite absurd as they're heading into their 11th game of the season. The closest guy they have to have 200 rushing yards on the season would be Dontravius Jackson, who has 179 on their season. Not even their starting tailback, Jordan Jackson, who's really a power back guy, who has 125 yards on the season. Highland averaging only 2.2 yards per carry when accounting for all of their backfield. Only 2.2. That's not solid. A starting tailback on average in this league is at about 4.8, and those elite guys are at about 6.5, so watch out for that as well. I have much more stats I'll go through throughout the contest, but we are moments away from kickoff. Let's stay right here if you just joined us. It's an unranked matchup today in Dodger Stadium. The Iowa Central Tritons are wearing the Triton blue, about to kick off with Congolo Bwenankamba, and the Scotties of Highland Community College will have the white tops, the white helmets, and the navy blue bottoms. The fans have packed the stands, and we're ready to go. A beautiful football Saturday. The kick is up and going back towards the 10-yard line, and here comes the return. Making his way past the 20, the 25, and close to the 30 before he's halted out of bounds. On the return that time was the number 5, Davion Thomas. I will be interested to see who they bring out at quarterback today. My projected starter for Highland Community College is Tyson Robbins, who wears the number 12, and he's not coming out. So they're actually going to be bringing out Brinley Vandeveer, a local kid of Kansas City. Let's see how he will do as he'll get the first offensive drive. Will there be a quarterback switch up? I think that's pretty likely. There's been multiple on the season for Highland. Again, this is Vandeveer in right now from the gun. They will hand off. Boom! Hit hard by Stefan Saywan. Wow, that was big time. Saywan leads the team for the Tritons in tackles for loss. Didn't get a tackle for loss there. A gain of 2, so still very short yardage. Makes it 2nd down and 8. Highland has a 2nd down and 8 on the 31-yard line. They're on offense in the white. Tritons are in the blue. Not a windy day. It's beautiful out. The sun is beaming down, and it feels really nice out. I brought a coat and gloves and hat just in case, but really I don't think I need it. I might even shed my top layer of this coat I have on. And there goes Branson Peters with the tackle for loss, a loss of 1 yard. That is your Triton leading tackler on the season. One thing to note for the Iowa Central Tritons is the key positional group I have today are the linebackers, and it starts with Branson Peters. He leads the team in total tackles with now 45 on the season, heading into this game, 44. And another big tackle for loss, that one by the number 9, Marlon Dawson. That's a loss for 1, so now a 3 and out is what we're looking at for Highland Community College. It's a 4th and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line. And back to return for the Tritons is Mario Sanders. You know, one thing to also note about this offense for Highland Community College is they're going to try to milk the clock as much as possible. They haven't picked up very many first downs on the season. What I'm about to tell you is quite surprising, actually. They've only picked up 16 first downs on the season. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but when you look at their numbers and scoring on the season, then you start to see, okay, I can see that a little bit. This Highland defense, though, is really where the money is at. They have had 4 shutouts on the season. 4 games this season. Out of the 10 they've played heading into today, they have held their opponent to 0 points. And Hutchinson, who is the top offense in the league, they've held them to 13. That was just this past Saturday on October 28th where they lost to them 13-0. Here are the Tritons on offense now for their first offensive drive of the game. They'll go handoff, and Justin Silverstein will get the start at quarterback today. On the carry is Spencer Zinn. The 3-year tailback will get back to the line of scrimmage, gain of nothing. Here's a 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line. Tritons on offense moving from left to right of your video monitor. And here comes a man in motion. It's Mario Sanders, who's the league leader in touchdowns as well as receptions. He's going to be a guy that will have a fantastic football career at this level, Division I level. And, you know, I'll tell you this much. If there was a guy that I would bet on making it to the pros out of the past 4 years I've been able to call Triton football, I'd say Mario Sanders has the best shot, if not one of the best shots. There's an incomplete pass now. Pass intended for Harold Trainer, the fourth, as that'll go just over his head, making for a 3rd down and 10. Triton's yet to pick up a yard. Not a very good start for either of the offenses so far. 3rd down and long territory. In the pistol, trips left, 1 receiver right. And now a motion to the weak side for Spencer Zinn. Try to get him to jump off sides. Did they get it? Looks like a false start somewhere. Let's see where they'll move the ball. And they will move it back, so it's going to be against the Tritons. Give them a loss of 5 yards. Here comes a 3rd down and 15. Tritons have had a really rough month of October. They're on a 3-game losing streak, but they've also seen the some of the top programs and the whole NJCAA. Back to pass, stepping up and evading the pressure. Here comes Silverstein. He'll fire towards the sideline. Got him in the numbers, but not a completed catch. Intended for Jalen Lueth, who is a true freshman, a wide receiver out of Ames, Iowa. He's had some really, really good games right here in Dodger Stadium, going up against the Fort Dodge Dodgers when he was in high school. I'd say those two schools, a big rivalry, despite being a different class, comparing 5A to 4A. And it looks like a 3-and-out now for the Iowa Central Tritons. And Miller will boom it, a 2-way player for us, and he'll get it all the way down to the 30-yard line on the Scotties side. Here comes a 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line. Not very far into the contest. 12 minutes and 13 seconds remain. Each team has all timeouts remaining. And neither team is actually have a net gain of any yards. Both teams stopped with a 3-and-out. Tritons actually lost 5 from that penalty, so they're sitting at -5 right now. Highland sitting at 0. Let's see how they switch it around this second drive. Again, it's Brindley Vandeveer in at quarterback. Motioning, Dontrevious Jackson. Again, leads the team in rushing yards. Here he goes in motion again. Jetting over to the left side. There's 4 receivers over there. They will send it to the number 4, Mendez Jean Baptiste of Orlando, Florida. That's going to be a pickup of 5, maybe 6. And they will give him the 6. Here comes a 2nd down and 4. Giving you some of the other big names to look out for on offense. Receiving wise, there are 2 main deep threats. The number 1, Benson Prosper, 52 receptions on the season, good for 820 yards, averaging nearly 16 yards per catch. That's the number 1, who was just targeted on that last play. Great defense by the number 0, Dan Knutson, who was there in zone coverage. Also there was Stefan Sawan. And the other deep threat to look out for the Scotties team is Darion Bryant, who didn't start really playing all that great until the last few weeks of the season. Just 11 receptions on the year, 172 yards, also averaging 15.6 yards per reception. Both him and Benson Prosper lead the team in receiving touchdowns, sharing 4 apiece. And there is Prosper right there. Speak of the man. Gain of 3 yards, going to be short by 1. Here's a 4th and 1. Ball on the 39-yard line, and coming out, showing punt. Looks like another possible 3-and-out for this Scotty team. Mario Sanders back deep to return for the Tritons. As a team, the Tritons averaging 17 yards per punt, and that's big That is a huge difference maker. Has had to call for fair catch each of the past 2 returns. Mario Sanders will bring it in down at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Iowa Central. And if you just joined us again, this is your NJCAA football coverage. The Iowa Central Tritons and the Highland Community College Scotties in their regular season finale. Tritons 5-4 on the year, and the Scotties are 6-4. The Scotties are the only team that I know of that did not have a bye this year. 1st and 10. Back to pass and slinging it down for a quick slant catch made. Going to the 45, ending up on the 47. Looks like there may be an injury on the field. The number 2 for Highland. He'll make his way off. He was grabbing at his wrist. But a big reception there by Lorenz Lacking. And let me check the injured player, and he will go down. And they will call an official's timeout. That is Malik Franklin of Chipley, Florida. And he'll get back up. It looks like he's got a stinger in his right arm. Looked like either the elbow or the wrist. He's okay. He's walking off to his own power, and I will let you know as soon as I see him return to the field. And usually, those arm injuries down at the wrist or elbow are just minor ones, and you usually see players return to the game. And we're already ready back to go. 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. 10.5 minutes remain, and the clock is winding down. Trips left, no one to the right. Handoff from an inside zone. Staying inside that time, Jalen Washington. A gain of 2 on the play makes it 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 48-yard line. Tritons on offense, moving from left to right on your screen. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast today. And I hope you stay for the entirety of the period. If you did not know, all home games, home matches, or whatever it may be for sports, broadcasted right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Also, check out Mark's Auto Mart Triton Tailgate Show. I've sat down and talked with coaches again and again throughout the season through multiple sports, talking about what's going around in their program. And look at that read option, an excellent bait by Justin Silverstein. Great acting by Jalen Washington as well. And that is Pop Warner technical stuff that worked so well. Jalen acted like he took the handoff. He even got tackled on the play, but no, it was Silverstein who had the rabbit in his hat the whole entire time, and he'll have a 1st down, a gain of 10 yards. 1st down Tritons to the 43-yard line, and another read option, this time off the jet sweep. Pushing forward, Silverstein has got the juice today. Silverstein, I can imagine, has been disappointed recently with his performance. He's still played wonderful, but he's turned over the ball too many times for his liking. That's for sure. He's in the double digits now for interceptions, and a lot of that has came within the past 3 weeks. Again, the Tritons have had a really rough month of October. It started on the 7th against Coffeyville, where they did win 26-20. Then they lost to Butler 45-10. Then they lost to Dodge City 34-30, and then most recently lost to Iowa Western 34-14. There's another handoff and another 1st down for Iowa Central. Zinn gets it done for Iowa Central. 1st and 10, we've seen 3 of them this drive. The Tritons set up now on the 29-yard line, moving their way toward the red zone. Triangle trips to the left. Almost got a man on a hard count, but no. They'll look back over to the sideline for an adjustment. Now watch out for 87 to the right of the right tackle. That's Ethan John, a big-bodied tight end. And they actually will go with an inside handoff again. They will plow forward. No one pulled that time. Standard blocking by the offensive line, and it got the job done. Gain of 5 yards. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 25-yard line. Sound like it was Erlen Jr. who combined for the stop. on that last tackle. Back to the pistol. Doubles right. Here comes a motion. Change that. Doubles left. And now an outside handoff. Jalen Washington breaks one tackled, and then he is double teamed and brought down towards the 26. They might have called it dead at the 25. Let's see where the stripes place us here. That was Janelle Anderson with that last tackle. And wow, they'll actually give him a yard. Not from forward progress, but he must have got an inch where they called him dead. 3rd down and 4, ball on the 23-yard line. Twins on each side in the gun. Send a man in motion, back to pass, looking left. There's Silverstein firing to an open man. It's high, but it's caught. Caught by the number 86. Iowa Central going to have enough for another first down. That was Javante Williams with the grab. Another receiver out of Florida. He comes to Iowa Central from Belle Glade. 6 minutes, 20 seconds remain. The Tritons have taken 6 minutes off of the clock this drive and have picked up 4 first downs. 1st and 10, ball on the 11-yard line. As the Tritons approach the red zone, they were 100% up until that game on October 7th against Coffeyville. So through their first 5 games, 100% in the red zone. Since then, they've taken a plunge down to 44% in the red zone. Firing, almost picked off. After Silverstein evaded some tacklers in the backfield, fired at cross body. And, you know, you hear that all the time about cross body is a no-no for quarterbacks. And that was almost an interception by the number 13, one-handed Eddie Whipple. And if he got 2 hands on it, likely an interception, I'd say. By the way, a guy that is dominating, ball hawking the defenses on the season, Malik Franklin, the number 2 on defense. He's a cornerback. Look out for him. He's got 5 interceptions on the season. There's a swing pass sent out now to Riley Purcell. He'll be tackled in the backfield. That time he was tackled by the number 8. That is Dominic Stevenson. 3rd down and 11, 5.5 minutes remain. The clock is ticking, and the horns are sounding off from the Triton band. Kudos to Jeremy Smith and the band. They do such a great job, as well as the dance and cheer team. 3rd and 11, 5:20 remains. And the clock is winding down in the gun. Doubles left, twins right. Man in motion makes it trips. Back to pass, looking left. And firing left from the first read. A wheel route is caught by Riley Purcell. 11-yard wheel route, Riley Purcell. Touchdown, Iowa Central. I love that. That is something I have not seen on the season by Iowa Central. And, you know, Riley Purcell, if you recall, I called doubles right, twins left. Purcell came as the slot receiver, making his way all the way around in motion, and usually that motion man from the slot cuts back inside to a banana route, staying over the middle of the field. No, Purcell stayed going towards the corner of the end zone where he was wide open on a wheel route. Touchdown Iowa Central, and the PAT is good as well. 7-0. We'll take a break and be back in 1 minute to watch the kickoff right here on Triton Nation. Triton Nation, we're back to the broadcast. Just saw an 11-yard receiving touchdown made by Riley Purcell. It was on a big 3rd down conversion as well. Kudos to Purcell. Congalub winning Campa made the extra point, makes it 7-0, 5 minutes, 4 seconds remain in quarter number one. If you just joined us, I'm Hank Ambrose with you along for the entire broadcast today. Here comes the return, open field, coming in hot to the 40 and almost the 45-yard line where he'll be shoved out of bounds. Hey, before we continue the play-by-play, I'd love to shout out our sponsors of the broadcast, not just for football, but for all athletics here, allowing us to broadcast these games. Thank you so much to CJ Bio, Calvert & Johnson Insurance Services, Mark's Auto Mart, CNOS, Rash Construction, and Avela Bank. Thank you very much for being with us, not just for football, but like I said, for all sports here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Back to the action, 1st and 10, ball on the 45-yard line. Play action pass, looking for a deep streak route, firing, and it's caught. I said watch out for that deep threat. That time he was double covered by both Aaron Warren and Stephen Sawan, and the grab was still made by the number 1, Benson Prosper. That time, that's a gain of 36 yards, 36-yard gain by Prosper, and he's averaging 15.7 heading into the game today. Look at this, Cadillac formation, doubles left. They will hand off to their strong side, moving it to the left, and gang tackled. The guy there first was the number 20. That's Ajay Russell of Clinton, Iowa. Congratulations to Clinton, by the way, Clinton High School. They just knocked off my alma mater, the Webster City Lynx, last night for playoff football. Now Clinton will be headed to the Unidome to battle in the semifinal round. And looks like we have a timeout. It's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Let's keep it right here. Ball on the 21-yard line. Exactly 4 minutes remain. It's 7-0. Each team will have all 3 timeouts remaining, I do believe. And this is an injury timeout. I didn't even realize Prosper went down on the play. I didn't hear who called a timeout. So Prosper went down. It looks like he's back up and ready to go. Just a little rattled from the last play. Well, more of the stats to pay attention to on the season. For the Iowa Central Tritons, they're averaging 27 points per game, 350 yards per game. As a team, they have thrown 17 interceptions. That almost leads the league. That is top 5 in most interception thrown. 245 passing yards per game, averaging 6.6 passing yards per attempt, but 12.2 passing yards per completion. That tells you the Tritons love to go past a first down marker. Here's a fire to the end zone. Almost picked off, then almost caught. Ended up being incomplete. Here comes a 3rd down and 10 now. That was Stephen Sawan, again, who is in coverage there as the defensive back. He's been targeted a lot today. And I don't know if that's the right idea if you're Highland Community College or one of the quarterbacks on the squad. Sawan is a superstar, but he's getting a lot of the work when thrown to. Let's see what they do here. 3rd down and 10 on the 20-yard line. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remain. Over the middle and tackled straight away by Aaron Warren. I hate to pick favorites, but Aaron, he's been one of my favorites to watch on the season when it comes to the Triton defense. He's a flex player. He can play safety. He can switch into a hybrid linebacker role and cornerback. That time he was out there as a safety and came down and put the hammer down. A gain of 3 yards makes it a 4th down and 6. And here comes a field goal attempt from the number 47. These guys have only made 2 field goals on the season. Let's see if that will improve. The kick is up, and it is good. The kick is good from 26 yards. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take another break and be back in 1 minute right here for more Iowa Central football. Stay right here on Triton Nation.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers. You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Right Nation, we're back to it. Hank Ambrose on call for Iowa Central football today. Tritons 5-4. Scotties are 6-4. And the Tritons have had a really great first half of the season. They've struggled in the back half of the season. They've been ranked as high as number 3 in the country. They come in today unranked, but they are receiving votes. And, you know, this is the regular season finale. And the Tritons need some momentum to go their way before heading into the Game 1 Bowl, which will be played in the Unidome December 3rd, is what I heard was the rumored date. I don't believe that is official, but that's what I hear from the talk. Tritons come out for their third offensive series. Last time we saw them, they had a 6-series drive that a 6 first down drive that went over 6.5 minutes, ended up from a score with Riley Purcell scored an 11-yard reel route, and they'll start here losing some yards. They'll lose 5, went with a wide receiver screen, and looked like Sanders ended up tripping over himself. Here comes a 2nd down and 15, ball on the 25-yard line. And by the way, I went back and checked. That was Riley Purcell's first receiving touchdown for the Iowa Central Tritons on the season, so kudos to Purcell. A great place to make your first one in the regular season finale. Oh, and you can see the Triton side. Intended area towards the flats, and the Tritons will show punt. Looks like a 3-and-out. Garrett Reckwy is back deep at the 40-yard line on the Scotty side. Tritons looking to punt. Colbin Miller. Colbin, another phenomenal linebacker. Oh, kick is up, and a flag will be thrown. Running into the kicker, I would think would be the call. It's back by the punter. Let's see what they call here. There's going to be a discussion between the white and black caps. So that penalty is going to be declined, and they will keep it first down Highland. And because it was such a good punt, that's why they declined it. Here comes a 1st and 10. Highland will set up on their own 16-yard line. Again, the Scotties in the white tops and navy blue bottoms. Tritons in the Triton blue from head to toe. 2 minutes remain in this first quarter. 7-3 is a score. Later on in the broadcast, expect a word from the athletic director, Coach Twait, joining us in the third quarter. Here we go, back to pass, a slip screen now. Catch is made, and going to have a gain of 2 yards, it looks like. Jackson made the reception there. And they will stay with Brindley Vandeveer. Patrick Brown made that last tackle. 1 minute, 40 seconds remain. Each team has all 3 timeouts. The Tritons have stayed pretty consistent with their defensive look so far. They've been really good. I don't see why you'd change it. Penalties thrown. Darion Bryant was the intended receiver. Their other deep threat that I told you to look out for. The number 3 and the number 3 and the number 1. If they're going long, then it's most likely to those guys. Here comes a 3rd down and 8 now. Ball on the 18. Tritons showing a 4-3 look. 1 deep safety with Aaron Warren. Cadillac formation, twins right. Lone receiver left. Here comes a man in motion to stack the pile to the right. Open, missed the read. Went into double coverage. There was pressure there right away. I can't blame them. There, headed for the sack was Branson Peters, causing for the rush. But if he's had an extra second to see the flats were wide open with their power back, Gavin Fillingham. Missed it there, and another 3 and out. That's a 3rd 3 and out the Scots have put up. Tritons have put up 2. Oh, wow. Skyrocket kick. And Sanders still makes the catch at about the 48, 49-yard line. Probably looks like they'll mark him on the 49. Oh, my gosh, that airtime, though. If that punter was able to get a little bit more X-axis, running vertical instead of running with the Y, get a better slope on it, then that would have been far. I'm talking back towards the 20-yard line. But no, he went way too high on that last one. 1 minute, 12 seconds remain. And Tritons return to the field with doubles to the left, lone receiver to the right. It's actually an H-back. And Purcell, he'll move to the left before shifting back right. Purcell's been very involved today. He's open there. Catch is made. 12, 13, 14, 15. Still running. That's a 22-yard gain by Riley Purcell. What a great start to today. First down, Iowa Central, under a minute to go. And they're going to mark them out of bounds. So I said a 22-yard gain. It's actually more like a 19-yard gain. Mark them out of bounds at the 25. Triton's second trip to the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. Scratch that. Sending a man in motion. They'll fire to him. It's Jalen Washington in the backfield. Make one man miss. Make another miss. On his feet. Trying to dance. And he'll be stopped at the 20-yard line. Should give him a gain of 5. Where they called the play dead. And the tackle was inbound, so they're still having the clock move. 2nd and 5, 10 seconds remain. Again, there's not a lot of wind. Just a little static into the north, and you know what? That'll be the final play of the first quarter. 7-3 is the score after the first quarter. Let's just stay right here. The Tritons are going to go ahead and get their water break along with the Scots. I got some more information that you should know. Continuing our talk with the Iowa Central Tritons and going through their stats, we haven't talked much about the rushing attack. The Tritons haven't been very dominant on the ground, averaging just 3.4 yards per rush. Those elite tailbacks, as mentioned earlier, they're averaging about 6.5, 6.6. Tritons at 3.4. That's definitely a number they can improve on the season. I thought this was interesting. Tritons averaging 21 first downs per game. They are 41 of 131 on third down conversions, but have a 31% third down conversion. That's something that has taken a big dip since the start of October. They were up near the 65 percentile right before October in those September months, as well as their one game in August. That's something that I would say can also improve on the season. Here's something else that's interesting. 65 of their first downs have been rushing, 97 have been passing. So at about 162 successful first downs, 97 have been passing, 65 have been rushing. That's a 30-play difference. And we're ready, back from our break. 2nd down and 5, 15 minutes are on the clock, remaining in the first half. Play action, swing pass. It's a screen for Sanders. He's got speed. He's moving down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 15 on the play. Here comes a 1st down and goal. And that is Sanders' first positive yardage today. He had a reception earlier, but it was a loss of 5 yards. He slipped on a wide receiver screen. That screen had him screaming to the 5. Doubles left. In the pistol is Zinn. They got a tight end to the right. And they will hand off to Zinn. Zinn powers. Might have got back to the 5-yard line. We will see. The Tritons now are going to be headed into the sun. Keep that in mind. When they're running with the football, the sun is going to be in their eyes. Now, the receivers will have a better look because they'll have to look back to the quarterback and where the ball is coming from, but that means that the receivers for Highland are going to have a pretty difficult shot. You can see the glare coming in on those helmets, shining bright. Now a quick slant to Sanders, through the hands, incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and goal on the 6-yard line. I'd like to give a shout out to the TV radio crew for all they've done on the season, by the way, for all sports and live streams here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. 3rd and goal. In the gun. Doubles right, doubles left. They'll send Purcell out to the right in motion. Quick slant, catch is made, and into the end zone for 6 yards is the number 86 for Iowa Central, Javante Williams. There you go, Javante. A 6-yard slant route you can put in the books. Makes it 13-3 before the PAT, where Congolo and Cambo will try once more. It's 13-3. The snap is low. Hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-3, 13 minutes, 48 seconds remain. We'll take a minute-long break and return to watch the kickoff right after this on Triton Nation. All right. Okay, I'll go back. Do you have me muted? No. Okay. Okay, I'll just go back. Trite Nation, we are back. Went to the books to check to see if that was the first receiving touchdown of the season for Javante. No, it wasn't. That was a second. Still a great one to add to the board. It's 14-3, 13 minutes, 48 seconds remain. I'd like to give another shout out to our sponsors of the broadcast. A big thank you to CJ Bio of America, Calver and Johnson Insurance Services, Mark's Auto Mart, CNOS, Rash Construction, and Avela Bank. Thank you for sponsoring the broadcast and everything you do for the local community. Wow, big hit. A really big hit from the kickoff return, getting it to the 25-yard line. That was Bell on the return. On the tackle was Ajay Russell. 14-3, 13 minutes and 44 seconds remain. And they are marking them at the 27-yard line. If you just joined us, I'm Hank Ambrose with you. Been an honor to be back with Iowa Central and the broadcast crew. Tritons have this game today, and they will look to make an appearance in the Game 1 Bowl. It'll be played at the Unidome. Sounds like December 3rd will be the date for that. And the first play from the drive is a handoff inside to the 42. That's Jackson. Gain of 7. Here's a second down and 3 now. Triangle trips to the right. No one to the left. Inside zone again. Jackson with the hurry-up offense. Pushing forward. And if he doesn't have a first down, then he'll be inches away. It's either a first down or inches away. And they will move the chains. 1st and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. 13 minutes remain. There's 2 rushing plays to start off this drive, and it's resulted in a first down, just the second of the day for Highland. In the gun. Twins left. And they'll hand off again inside zone. Try to bounce it off tackle, but tackled by Branson Peters and Dan Knutson. Coach Bailey Donovan, the linebackers coach, calls his linebackers sharks, and that is what they are. Repping the blue, they're tough, they're mean, and you want to stay out of their waters. Now right there, Knutson and Peters showed you why. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 on the 38. In the gun. Trips left, tight end left as well. They'll hit a wide receiver screen. Swing pass over to Davion Thomas. It was Colvin Miller with the stop. So 3 linebackers now have got a tackle so far this drive. 3rd down and 12. 11 minutes, 45 seconds remain. And also Coach Dave Mann, who works with the outside linebackers. That's Colvin Miller there, who was in on that last tackle. You can see him wearing a club. Oh, ball on the ground. Trying to spin out of it. Fire. Oh! Play still alive. They'll call it. They'll call the play dead late. That was dangerous. They will call an incomplete pass, but they let it play out. So 4th down and 12 will stay the same. And the clock is now stopped. 11 minutes and 25 seconds remain. Got Mario Sanders back deep to return for the Tritons. This is the 4th punt of the day. Another sky kick all the way up in the heavens. And, great bounce. Headed to the 20, towards the 15 where it's down. 1st and 10, Iowa Central. They'll need 85 yards to drive down the field. 1st and 10, 14-3. And, hang on now. The refs are resetting the game clock. Resetting the game clock. Sounds like putting another 10 seconds on the clock. Good eye from the official. I didn't catch that. Should have 11 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 14-3. Each team has all 3 timeouts remaining. And there we go. Starting out, empty backfield for the first time today. Ethan John is in at H-back, and jet sweep for Mario Sanders cutting it back. Oh my goodness, the shifty guy. He's got open field. He's looking past the 20, 25, 30. Off to the races, Mario Sanders. Oh my gosh. You see him make a play out of nothing, a big gain out of nothing actually. Started on the 15-yard line, pick up a 16 yards. Should have been tackled in the backfield. And you know, I think the first thing that the old school guys would want to say is, oh, that's bad defense. But can you call it bad defense when Mario Sanders is doing it like it's nothing? It's just incredible work he's doing. There's Silverstein with a quarterback draw. He'll have a gain of about 5. And yeah, they will give him the 5. 2nd and 5 to the 36-yard line. Tritons in the blue, Highland in the white tops. 10 minutes and 20 seconds remain. I'm Hank Ambrose with you for the game today. Sure, you stick around and listen and watch the entirety of the broadcast. The athletic director, Coach Kevin Twait, will be joining us later on in the program. Doubles right, lone receiver left, motioning, fires to the lone man. It's Bartolotta, and incomplete, headed out of bounds. So here comes a 3rd and 5. I love how twitchy Justin Silverstein is. He's gonna, you see him bounce to the right, move in the backfield, take a whole lot of steps back, and then eventually fire it. It was a good pass, just incomplete. A guy that's not going to give in to the sack easily. 3rd and 5, 10 minutes remain. Back to the gun. Ethan John moves to the right. Back to pass, looking short to John. John makes the reception with no one on him. Gain of 8 yards. Or make that, is it 8? Let's see. It's at least 8. Yes, it is 8. 1st and 10 for the Tritons again. 9 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this first half. This look here will have Silverstein in the gun with Ethan John. Ethan John, he's the tight end, keep in mind. So this is quite the alternative look. Very new school. Bartolotta gets the swing from the motion. Flag is thrown in the backfield. And it's either going to be a false start on the receiver or some sort of illegal hands to the face by the defensive back. It happened so quick I couldn't tell. But I see a defensive coordinator come out not happy. And actually, that's Coach Mayo. That's the head football coach. And they'll call for an illegal shift on the offense instead. So I go 0 for 2 with that prediction. Sometimes you miss wide, and that was me on that last one. I'll take that back. 1st and 15. To the 39-yard line. First and 15. There's 2 deep safeties in this look. The Scotties are showing zone. Sending 4. Make that 5. Swinging out. Mario Sanders. He'll get back to close to the line of original line of scrimmage. Gain of 4 yards, it looks like. Here comes a 2nd down and 11. Ball's at the 38-yard line. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remain. 14-3 is the score. And they have really let Mario Sanders use his speed recently. And you'd have to think that was a very key component and game plan look heading into the game for Coach Montalto. Man in motion, back to pass. Lueth rides it underneath and waits for the reception, makes the grab. Lueth has a nice gainer. Getting close to the 1st down. Looks like he's a yard short. Is it enough or is it short? I hear our PA man calling for a 1st down, but it looks short. And yeah, looks like they won't move it. He is short. by a yard. 3rd down and 1 to the 47-yard line. 7 minutes, 45 seconds remain. In the pistol, you got twins to the left, H-back, and a tight end to the right. This is a very heavy package. A man in motion working his way back right. We've seen this with Riley Purcell earlier. This time it's a handoff to Zinn. Big power back, 3-year stud. Makes it look easy. And with some help with those sled dogs up front, those front 5 do wonders for the Tritons. Great stuff. Another Triton first down. And Coach Clegg's got to be happy with his offensive lineman from that last play there, pushing the pylon. 1st and 10. Ball on the 42, 6:55 on the clock, still in the zone. Not pressing Mario Sanders. I don't know about that. And incomplete pass, looked like a miscommunication between Silverstein and Trainer. Goes incomplete. Here comes a 2nd and 10. Second down and 10. Second down and 10 to the gun. Doubles on each side. One deep safety. Again, they're showing zone. Back to pass, looking right and firing. Nice throw. Nice catch. And it's completed that time to Trainer. I really like that. Fix that communication right away. A first down, gain of about 12 yards. Make it 13 yards for the gain. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Timeout. Timeout made by Highland. It's the first of the game with 6.5 minutes to go. Let's stay right here. I have some more to share with you. I wanted to talk to you about the new head football coach of Highland Community College. It's Coach DJ Mayo. Coach Mayo joins Highland for the 23 season as a head coach. Comes to Highland after serving 2 seasons as offensive coordinator and a running back coach at Camden County High School in Georgia, where the Wildcats qualified for the 7A playoffs during both seasons. Now, prior to his time at Camden County, Coach Mayo served as a head coach at Atlantic High School in Port Orange, Florida. The Sharks were winless in 2 of the 3 seasons prior to his arrival. In year 1 of his arrival, the Sharks finished with a winning record and followed that up in 2019 with the school's first playoff appearance in 7 years. During that season, Coach Mayo helped lead the Sharks to their first playoff win in 23 years. While tying the school record for wins in a season, for these efforts he was named the Daytona Beach News Journal Coach of the Year as well as the 5-Star Conference Coach of the Year. DJ Mayo has got a very promising young career as a head football coach, as this is his first year with Highland Community College. Definitely a rebuilding type of coach. I expect some changes to be happening sometime soon. Not with their staff or players necessarily, but in the way they run their schemes. Highland in the past has been pretty pass heavy. If he will stay like that or not, I do not know. But something interesting to keep an eye on moving forward for Highland Community College. And we're out of the timeout. 1st and 10 on the 29. Silverstein scrambles, looks right and fires. And great catch by Harold Trainer. Breaks a tackle, spins down to the 5-yard line. Gain of 24 yards on the play on the post route. And I tell you what, great play by Silverstein and Harold Trainer. But you know who the true MVP was of that last play? Was the center. I'm dead serious when I say that. The center, Javier Mendez of Spencer, Iowa. I don't know if you picked up on it, but I saw it. Mendez came pulling over to the right side, helping out with the blocking in pass protection for Justin Silverstein. So that's point number 1. But point number 2 is right when a defensive player, a defensive end, went down, he put his hand straight up. And now there goes Silverstein looking for the end zone. They'll call it a touchdown. Yep, Silverstein gets in, 5-yard rushing touchdown. Off the draw. But But again, with Mendez, he made the perfect play there. Put his hands up, because if he stayed on top of that defensive lineman, very likely he would have been called for a holding. That 24-yard passing play would not have been completed, and that 5-yard rushing touchdown from Justin Silverstein would not have been made either. So that's why Javier Mendez is what I'm going to mark down as the star of that last drive inside the red zone. Here's the PAT now from Winnenkampa. It is good. 21-3, 5.5 minutes remain. Let's take another break and return right after this for more football. Stick to it right here on Triton Nation. All right. Was so dominant that last drive by Iowa Central. Great work, great dominance by the coaching staff. Tritons milked over 9.5 minutes off the clock in the second quarter alone, but then another 2 minutes closing out that first quarter. There's 5.5 minutes remaining, and Highland has not had the football on offense in the second quarter yet. That's dominance by the coaching staff. Great stuff from Iowa Central. Now, there is a penalty on the field. Personal foul, blocked below the waist. No call on number 48 of Highland. You get 2 of those, and you'll have to sit the rest of the day. That's called on Jake Holland. 5.5 minutes remain. It's 21-3. That's going to move them back 15 yards from where the penalty happened. 1st and 10 for Highland to the 15-yard line. 5.5 minutes to play in this first half. In the gun. Doubles left, lone receiver right, back to quarterback draw. Faked it. It got me faked, but not the defensive line. Vandermeer on the keeper. On the tackle was the 64. That's Kelton Reed of Earlham, Iowa. 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 17-yard line. 5 minutes to play in this first half. And Highland has only 2 first downs this game. Fire, a quick slant. Oh, almost picked off by Colbin Miller. Again, though, Miller, he's got that club on his left hand. It would have been awfully hard to pick off for a normal guy, but Miller, if he was just a little bit closer to the ball, I think he would have snagged it with his one hand. 3rd down and 8, 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Got trips left. In the gun. Missing a man. Where is he? They got an extra tight end on the field, it looks like. Yep. Whoa! Big tackle. That's Kelton Reed. Defensive tackle who started interior, entered up over towards the C-cap, and, oh my goodness, tabletopped him. That's going to bring him back. Comes a 4th and long. 4th and 13 from the loss of 5 yards. 4.5 minutes remain. Oh my gosh. And another 3 and out. That's the 4th of the day. for the Scotties. 21-3. Sanders back to return. He's standing on the Scotty 45. They've had some success punting today. Let's see if that trend continues. 40, 45, 50, and still rolling to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 Iowa Central on their side of the 50. 3 minutes, 53 seconds remain. It's 21-3. You know, the punting has been really good today, I'd say, for Highland Community College. Just like from that last punt, that was good for near 50 yards, including the roll. Now, heading into the game today, they're averaging 32 yards a punt, which is below average, taking account the rest of the nation. So a good start, but still has not been able to play a factor in stopping this Triton offense. This is the best field position the Tritons have gotten to start with today. See if they change anything up. Go with the pistol. H-back in the set with Purcell. Doubles left. Tight end Ethan John is to the right, trying to run as the pocket collapsed straight away. Going to be a loss of 3 yards. On the tackle is the number, who was that? He's got his jersey above his belly. I can't tell if that's a 1 or a 4. I'll tell you what, I believe that should be Ethan Roberts, a defensive lineman for Highland. That's always tough when you get those big guys, defensive linemen, when they tuck their jersey up. You can't see their numbers. 2nd and 14, 3:10 on the clock. Sanders gets the sweep. And he will get a gain of, looks like 8 on the play. And they will give him 7. Under 3 to go, still playing football in this first half. Very beautiful sunny day out. Tritons have brought a good crowd, and Highland has too. If you're watching from home, I suggest you come out and support these Iowa Central Tritons. It'll be the last football game played in Dodger Stadium for a long while, up until the next high school football season. 2.5 minutes remain. 3rd and 7, 21-3. Trips right. Ethan John is at tight end, attached to the hip of the left tackle. They'll send Sanders spread out wide to the left as well. Calling for an adjustment. Sanders didn't pick up on it. Scrambles left, fires quick. Gunslinger he is. Catch made by Ethan John and has another first down. That was just a quick route concept, running mesh routes, basically crossing over the middle of the field, short little 3-yard, 5-yard, 7-yard crossing routes all over, mixed in with some curl routes. They hit Ethan John, who had a curl route there. What I love there is Justin Silverstein, a former collegiate baseball player, a pitcher. You see those pitchers and shortstops work a lot in high school and college. Well, that was a very shortstop-like play. The way he threw it side-armed and leaning away from the tackler. Silverstein showing off a lot of great ability. Inside Reed to about the 40-yard line, gain of 2. Here's a 2nd down and 8 now, minute and 15 seconds remain. The clock is winding down. Still waiting for the play call, looks like. Stick around for halftime for a performance from the band. 2nd down and 8. Twins on each side. Empty backfield. Purcell is in as an H-back. Open, but no, they'll fire. It's up for Javante Williams. Nice pass deflection made by the 23. That was Amari Rue with the pass breakup. It's 3rd down and 8. Clock is stopped with 44 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Tritons in the pistol. Trips right, lone receiver left with Ethan John. On the line to the right, back to pass. Rolling left, fires. And it's just out of reach for Zinn. and out of bounds, incomplete. The Tritons may need to punt. Looks like that's what they'll do. They have not punted all of this second quarter. Clock has stopped, 38 seconds to go. It's just incredible how Colvin Miller continues to start on defense as an outside linebacker and being great with punting the ball with the club on his hand. That takes some difficulty, seriously. And there you go. Punt, aiming for the sideline. Oh, man. Right down at the 5. Another phenomenal punt. This guy, you can't break him. 21-3, 30 seconds remain. And Highland could have one last drive to string together if they'd like. Otherwise, they may just milk this one out. Really tough territory here on their own 5-yard line. They're continuing to roll with quarterback Brinley Vandeveer. And come out with twins right. Twins right in the gun. Tight end in the package as well. Triton showing zone with 4 deep safeties. They hand off. Running is Jackson and tackled. Their solid pickup. And I got an injury on the field. I heard injured offensive player at 66. Is that, or no, it's 56 actually. That is Kwan Phillips, who will sit out for a play. Looks like he's going to be okay. Doesn't need any help getting off the field. Another stinger. We're late in the season, and you know, these guys are bruised up. I appreciate these refs being very conservative, watching out for those stingers and cramps, calling injury timeouts. Now, with that injury, the unfortunate part is for Highland is there is a 10-second runoff. It'll run off 10 seconds, so instead of having 22 seconds remaining, they have 12 seconds remaining in this first half. They also didn't call a timeout, so this clock is winding down, and that'll be it for the first half. 21-3, Tritons lead at halftime. We're going to take a break, pay the bills, watch the band, and I'll be back with you a few minutes before we begin the halftime report in just a little while. I'm Hank Ambrose with you for NJCAA football and down at Dodger Stadium. We'll continue the play-by-play right after this on Triton Nation.
Making it comfortable for the driver and try to make it better for us while we're out here on the road, away from our families and our homes.
Decker is now equipping all over-the-road trucks with spacious upgraded interiors, APU, power inverters, refrigerators, and microwaves. Drivers can enjoy their meals in comfort with flat-screen TVs connected with DirecTV by EpicView, offering a full lineup of channels as well as premium channels and the NFL Sunday Ticket. With a DVR to record your programs, you won't miss a thing while you're on the road.
It really is like a hotel room on wheels. Every comfort and luxury that you have at home.
34-hour restart would be very easy. Yeah, very easy.
We value our employees, and utilizing the latest technology in industry safety combined with new investments to keep our drivers comfortable demonstrates how at Decker we are driven to be the best.
It is a tremendous feeling of pride. I mean, I'm basically given the best one of these vehicles to drive on a daily basis to do my job.
It is a very good company to work for, and I'm proud to be a driver here.
For trusted work on your next project, choose Rash Construction, a third-generation, family-owned company. Rash Construction has been proudly serving Fort Dodge and surrounding areas for 70 years. We specialize in excavation and grading, site utilities, site planning and development, and GPS grade control. From private and public projects to larger-scale commercial projects, we have the knowledge, experience, and technology to get the job done right. Rash Construction. Safety first, last, and always.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
I'd be ready. Triton Nation, welcome back to the play-by-play. I'm Hank Ambrose with you, calling the Iowa Central Tritons regular season finale. They're taking on Highland Community College. Let's see how Highland got here on the season. So your halftime score 21-3, but their season started on August 26th against Coffeyville Community College, where they beat them 20-14. In week 2, they lost at Butler Community College 38-19. They then lost to Dodge City 14-7. Then losing to Iowa Western Community College 21-16 in one of their best matchups on the season. I mean, not a lot of teams can go just one possession away from beating Iowa Western. They then beat Garden City 3-0. They then beat Gordon's Fine Arts 49-0, beating Ellsworth Community College 32-0, beating Independence 10-7, beating Community Christian 56-0, and then most recently on October 28th, losing to Hutchinson Community College 13-0. This team has 4 shutouts on the season. So, you know, they are in a rebuilding mode, brand new head coach that's new to the community, new to really everything when it comes to Kansas football. And then you get put right smack dab in the center to Highland Community College. It's DJ Mayo who wants to take this program far. I think he's had a really good start. 6-4 on the season. They're the only team I know of that has not had a bye week this year. The Iowa Central Tritons, they're 5-4 on the season. They've had a rough month of October. They started the month beating Coffeyville 26-20, then losing to Butler 45-10, losing to Dodge City 34-30, and most recently on the 28th, losing to Iowa Western 34-14. Again, 6-4 versus 5-4 squads. Tritons lead at halftime 21-3. Highland Community College has only 2 first downs so far in this game. Iowa Central Tritons' first touchdown came off of a real wheel route from Riley Purcell. It was his first receiving touchdown of the season. The second touchdown of the game got sent over to Javante Williams on a 6-yard slant route, his second receiving touchdown of the season. Justin Silverstein then had a 5-yard rushing touchdown. So Silverstein, he's attributed to all 3 touchdowns on the day. The sole field goal that was made by the Scotties was good for 26 yards. 21-3, and here's a return from Mario Sanders. Holy smokes, cuts up middle of the field. He's going to the end zone. I didn't even get a chance to welcome you back to the second half. Mario Sanders on a big kickoff return to the house. And here, the other thing is the offensive coordinators that sit up in a booth on the away side, they didn't even have an opportunity to get back to the booth. Mario Sanders is a jet, lightning quick. You saw him maneuver all the way around the field, stayed in the middle, rolled to the right, then split the ankles of the kicker. What a way to start the second half. Wow. Well, let's just stay right here. We're not going anywhere. Oh, my goodness. 27-3, Congolo Kamba is set to take the PAT. 100% on the day. Bartolotta gets the hold down, and the kick is no good. 27-3, let's stay right here. Thanking the sponsors of the broadcast that made today possible. Thank you to CJ Bio, Calvert and Johnson Insurance Services, Mark's Auto Mart, CNOS, Rash Construction, and Avila Bank. Thank you for sponsoring the broadcast and all you do for the local area. Well, I thought we were going to see a Triton offensive drive, but we won't. It'll be Highland who'll get the first true offensive drive to start this second half. 27-3, just 14 seconds into this half. That's incredible. It took them less than 10 seconds to return it from the 20-yard line all the way down. Because you kick it, you get a hang time of about 6 seconds, right? And then you get 10 seconds. Incredible. Mario Sanders, just another breed. Some other notable stats heading into the game today. Tritons averaging 17.5 yards per punt return. They're also 3 for 5 on field goals on the season. Their average for punts is good for 38. That's all due to Colvin Miller. Red zone percentage heading into today at 58%. The red zone touchdown percentage is at 47%. Fumbles recovered, 13 on the season. They're averaging 2.5 per game. I mean, 2.5 forced fumbles a game. That is crazy. It shows how hard hitting this team is. Defensive interceptions also 8 a game. So Tritons are averaging a little over 2 forced turnovers per game. That's incredible. Sacks per game is at 3. They have 29 on the season. Those are the most notable stats we've gone through for Iowa Central. We'll have more from Highland in just a little bit. But first, their opening offensive drive this second half, 14:45 on the clock. In the Cadillac, they'll hit a wide receiver screen, and diving forward, going to have a pickup of just a few. Here comes a 2nd down and 8. Ball is on the 27-yard line. Colvin Miller was on the tackle there. You know, another thing that I thought the Tritons needed to improve on heading into today's game, or something that could help them improve, was spreading the love around for these receivers. Heading into the game today, the only receiver that was averaging 3 receptions plus a game, Mario Sanders at 7.2. The guy that would be next to him would be Michael Bartolotta. He's averaging 2.8. So I think that shows right there that the Tritons needed to spread the rock around, and they've done that. They've had 6 different receivers from the first half make a reception. And all of those guys have at least 2. 3rd and 4, looking for their 3rd first down conversion of the day. Looks like might have got it unless they placed the knee short. Chain is looking to move. And yes, it is a first down. Got exactly what he needed. Again, that's just the 3rd first down conversion of the day. Heading into the game, Highland had only 16 on the season. So they were averaging only 1.6 first downs a game. This is a very special teams and defensive-orientated scoring team. A pass there intended for Bryan. It is low towards the ankles. Makes it 2nd down and 10. 13 minutes, 8 seconds remain. In this 3rd quarter, each team has all 3 timeouts remaining. Empty backfield now with trips to the right. Double stacked left. Stepping up in the pocket and firing. Incomplete again. Here comes a 3rd down and 10. It was Eli West on the coverage there from the intended receiver. 3rd down and 10, ball on the 35-yard line. We're in Dodger Stadium. Cheer squad is still cheering on all our guys in blue. It's a beautiful day for football. Couldn't ask for anything better to start off the month of November. 3rd down and 10, 13 minutes remain. Highland goes to the gun. Doubles on each side, following the motion. Looking right, fires right from the first read, has a man. Oh, interception! Wow! Oh my gosh, like a torpedo. See the way he spun up and made the catch? It's Jamal Spivey who made the interception. Jamal Spivey. What a highlight. Shot straight up like a torpedo, spun around, and somehow was able to hold on to the ball. And right when Highland started to look promising on offense, they turned the ball over. That's the first turnover of the day by either team. First and 10, Iowa Central getting them to the 30-yard line. It's 27-3. Back to the pistol. Mario Sanders lined up in the slot over with his trips. And then a man to the left, standing alone, rolling right, has Sanders short. They will dump it to him. But, I think that was just a last-ditch effort. Silverstein, he really wanted something long, it looked like there. Didn't end up getting it. 27-3, 12 and a half minutes remain. We'll continue to watch the Tritons march on offense. If you missed last week, let me tell you about it. The 14th-ranked Iowa Central football team suffered a third consecutive loss this past Saturday, following to number 2 Iowa Western 34-14. The Reavers clinched the ICAC regular season title with the win and positioned themselves for a showdown with top-ranked Hutchinson today. So that's your matchup of the week, number 1 versus number 2. Now, last year, Iowa Western topped Hutchinson for the national title, so a lot of bad blood between those two. Excited to hear how that will turn out. Down 13-0 in the third quarter, Eli West returned a missed field goal, 86 yards for a score for the Tritons, which was the first special teams touchdown of the season. We saw the second a moment ago. And it looks like coming up to the broadcast booth is the athletic director, Coach Kevin Twait, going to be joining us in just a second here. Let's get back to the play-by-play. Looking down at a 3rd and 4 scenario. Here's a fire deep and knocked down by the number 24. Pass was intended by Bartolotta on that last play. And we'll have a punt come up for the Iowa Central Tritons in just a little bit. And Garrett Wickrock is right back to return. 27-3, it's 4th and 4. 11 minutes, 27 seconds remain. Here comes a punt over to Colvin Miller. Line drive headed to the 35-30. Here comes a return. Back to about the 37-yard line, blasted by Steven Sawan. Hey, now we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we return to the broadcast, we'll have the athletic director, Coach Kevin Twait, join us for the coverage with myself, watching the rest of this game. We'll be right back in just a little bit right here on Triton Nation.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant
Thank you, Coach.
in North America,
Thank you very much.
right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
We're back to the broadcast. Hank Ambrose with you with about 11 minutes to go in this third quarter. Tritons are leading 27-3. A very dominating day. They've only let these guys have 3 first downs. Great stuff. But joining me for the broadcast now, the athletic director, Coach Kevin Twait. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Great to be here, Hank. What a day for the Tritons today.
Oh, my gosh,
Did you get a better day on November 4th than this with the weather? Unbelievable. No wind and just outstanding. But that was the 4th first down they just got. Our defense has been truly incredible. And their defense is number 2 in the nation in total in yardage given up, and our offense has been clicking on all cylinders today.
It's been phenomenal. Justin Silverstein has really had a rebound game,
Yeah.
2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Mario Sanders been great too, so props to them. It's been fun to watch today. It's been a good day to be a Triton.
It sure has, and really happy for the sophomores, because you think about this. This is the last time the sophomores are ever going to play in this field. And there's something special about the last time you ever play on your home field, and this is going to be it for them. There'll be a bowl game December 3rd in the Unidome. That's whether we win or lose. Obviously, we certainly think we're going to win. Right now, we're receiving votes, not in the top 15. This win will propel us into the top 15, and we'll probably play a top 10 team, and if we can beat them, finish in the top 10. So, tough 3-game slide, yet at the end of the day, we have a chance to still go 7-4 and have a great year.
And, number 3 was the highest point the Tritons were ranked on the season, Coach, and that's the highest that the Tritons have been ranked since Coach Montalto has been here. Do you think that maybe just that pressure has gotten to the Tritons in the month of October?
I think so. The other thing I think, Hank, is against Coffeyville, a night game that we won here 26-20, we lost 2 offensive linemen that were outstanding players. And they weren't ready to go for the couple weeks, and then we lost a fine outside backer. And there's a big difference in some positions between our number 1 and number 2, and our young guys are filling in, doing a good job. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why some start and some are backups, and the kids are getting better. So proud of the guys, though, because we could have checked in and said, you know what, it's going to be a tough year. But to finish the regular season like this against a fine Highland team, last week Highland played number 1 Hutchinson. It was 7-0 with under a minute left in the game, and they score late. Hutchinson beats them 13-0. So this is a fine Highland team, and right now we're kicking the tar out of them.
We are. We are, yeah. And Hutchinson, top average scoring team in the nation. So that shows, oh my gosh, big man. Here we go. Oh, I love to see this. You like big man touchdowns, Coach?
Love it, love it. This doesn't happen very often, and it just did.
That's awesome. I believe that's Isaiah Bruce who went in for the touchdown. What strip.
What a treat for a defensive lineman. It's a dream because it just never or seldom happens, and to have that happen is just quite a deal. Quite a deal.
I think most athletes grew up wanting to score a touchdown, especially in college football. And like you said, it doesn't happen much for the big men, but it happened right there for Isaiah Bruce, the number 88 interior defensive lineman.
Oh, well, this has been a joy to watch here today. It really has. And well, just a testimony to.
Touchdown during the play, sideline warning, Iowa. They're first in the game.
Sideline warning.
And rightfully so. Kids get jacked up and get excited, and then they get in the way of the referee, and they have to throw the flag. It is what it is. But it's a warning.
Highland, first come out of the half. Highland is checked, ruling on the field, fumble.
Okay, so they will challenge.
That'll be a video review, and they're going to challenge the play here.
You know, those strip sacks or strip tackles, they're always hard to challenge because it's all
they are. And what people forget, we're not set up like the Big 10 or Big 12. We don't have 48 cameras at the game. I mean, we have our live stream, we have our end zone camera, we have about 3 different angles. So most of the calls, quite frankly, are inconclusive because we don't have 98 cameras at the football game today, like they do in the big time, okay? So, and maybe they do see something, and what it's really good for, though, is targeting. That's a call that a young man might have to sit for 2 games if he gets called targeting in college. So I think it's really good to have the instant replay. That way we can, hey, was it really targeting or not? Because that's you can really see on the replay if it is or not. But other than that, I think sometimes most of the calls have been inconclusive the last couple years that we've started this thing.
Yeah, we will see exactly what they call, but I agree with you. It'll be tough to call here. If it stands, it'll be 33-3 before the PAT. Isaiah Bruce, big man touchdown. Love to see that. Both touchdowns this half have been not from the offense. Special teams and a defensive touchdown now is coming up.
You always talk about the first 4 minutes of that second half if you've got a lead, and then they kick off to us, and to see Mario return the thing for a touchdown, that's a dagger in the heart of the opponent. It really is. It makes it's mentally and emotionally. That's a tough go. So it is what it is, and Tritons are benefiting, and this would be so cool for Mr. Bruce if this does stand and have that D line and have that touchdown.
One thing that I've been mentioning is the time of possession has been so key today for Iowa Central. The Tritons, with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, took over, and they had a 12-minute-long touchdown drive where Highland didn't even see the football until 5 minutes to go in the first half on offense. I mean, that's incredible. I think the coaching staff and players have really dominated today.
They really have, and our third down efficiency rate has been incredible today. On third down, Silverstein and Coach Montaldo with his play calling, and Silverstein with his ability to execute, be it by run or pass, it's just been phenomenal. And our offensive line on third and short has had trouble this year running the ball to get that 1 or 2 yards. Today, no. Today on third and 1 or 2, we've been able to line line up and knock people off the ball. And this is a fine defense. This is as good a defense as we've played all year. And to see us executing this way, just a testimony that our guys had a great week of practice. Okay, you lose 3 in a row. How are you going to react? What are you going to do? Well, guess what? Our guys really had a great week of prep, and you can certainly tell that today.
That's right. 33-3. 9 minutes remain. Still looking over the review. Challenging to see. Now, I guess they didn't say specifically what they were challenging.
Whether it was a forward pass or a fumble.
Is that right?
Was his arm going forward like a forward pass, or was it a fumble? Yep.
Gotcha. I didn't know if they were just checking to see if there was any point he was down or anything, but
it looks like they're
maybe bringing it back.
Might be bringing this one back. Oh, well, here.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. The runner's knee was down with the ball in possession at the 40-yard line. It will be third down for Highland at the 40-yard line.
Okay.
Knee was down.
So knee was down, so not a fumble. So, and I guess that's why we have this thing, try and get it right. And so, obviously, I wished it wasn't that way, Hank, but it is what it is.
Say, Coach, you mentioned that the Game 1 Bowl will be coming up to the Unidome December 3rd. Following today, that's a month worth of no game time of football. You're a former head football coach for the Tritons. What does that month look like?
We did that 16 times. And you pick your spots. You might practice twice the first week. You might practice 3 days the next week. You might give the kids over the Thanksgiving break. You might give them 4 days off in a row. Then when it comes back after Thanksgiving, you're into game week and you do your normal game week prep. There's a fine line between, hey, come on now, let's not overdo it, and let's not punish our players for going to a bowl game, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Yet we want to stay sharp too, and it's a great time for your young guys that don't play a ton. Like we have a JV game Monday at Central College. Our JV's going to play. These guys that be playing varsity next year that played JV this year, let's get them quite a few reps in practice, and then get our varsity starters a whole bunch of reps in our first couple weeks of prep. So it's Coach Montalto. Yeah, he's 9-0 in bowl games in his career. So whatever formula he uses, I got a lot of faith in.
Yeah.
But it's a fine line, to your point.
Yeah. Well, let's see here now. Showing punt. Had some safe men back there just in case they did elect to fake it. Oh my goodness. Did that go on the line? Let's see.
Touchback.
All it takes is that one line.
Oh, thank goodness.
About a foot away.
That was close. That one was pretty close. But, I mean, you're sitting here 27-3, 8 minutes left in the third quarter. You're feeling pretty good. But the other deal is, my math tells me 8 times 3 is 24. So they're still only 3 scores away if they converted three 2-point conversions. As a coach, that's what you think about. You think about, we need one more. If we have one more and we're up 4 scores, man, I don't know how the heck they're going to beat us,
Yeah. Be hungry.
Yeah, exactly right. Play with your hair on fire.
Well, they will keep Silverstein in with Zinn in the backfield. Lone receiver to the right, doubles left. One deep safety, showing zone. And they will hand off to Zinn.
Yep.
Get a few on the play.
He's a tough guy, Western Dubuque Epworth guy. So happy for him. I think he scored his first touchdown of the year last week against Iowa Western. Really happy for Spencer. He's been a wonderful young man for us for a couple of years.
Yeah, third-year player just like Silverstein. I remember 3 years ago when those guys first came and they were just practice squad guys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd say just practice squad guys. That is still a big deal, and they do a whole lot.
Is.
But to go from that to starters and to have the success they've had this season, great. It's really great. Really fun story to watch.
We always say if you stay, you play. And that's so true. If you buy in and you lift the weights and you grind in the off season, you get better and better and better. You take the coaching. You're hard to beat out if you're a second or third year guy.
Yeah.
You really are hard to beat out. And that's proof in the pudding with those two men.
You're right. And, you were talking about seeing some of the reserve guys and backup guys getting to play deeper in the season. Well, we've seen some of those guys really shine today. One of them, Riley Purcell, who caught his first receiving touchdown of his Triton career today. That was really solid. But I also saw a few receptions made by Jalen Lueth, who is a true freshman coming out of Ames, Iowa, a star wide receiver. we've seen him play a lot in high school on this Dodger field, and to see him make his first receptions today, really, really cool to see that. So just adding on to what you said about some of the reserve guys and backup guys getting to play later on in the season, and like you said, you stay, you play.
There's no question about it. It's fun for, somebody that we know. We've seen how good the young man from Ames is, and now he's learned our system. He's bought in. Now, the fruits of his labor we see today in a touchdown, and he'll get nothing but better in the 4 weeks, I'm sure. Oh, a fake punt. We're going to get it. Colton Miller. How about this? Is this crazy?
Colton Miller still running. Well, we're robbed of a defensive player touchdown earlier. We might get one here. Coleman Miller still on his feet.
He's going to score.
Player. Coleman Miller. Wow, 71 yards to the house from a fake punt. Coleman Miller. Might as well call him a three-way player.
That young man is as good as it gets, from Green, Iowa, North Butler High School. And when he came here, if you told me he was going to be an all-region type player, I'd say, not sure. But the way he works and the way he does stuff, this is just totally incredible.
That was. And I was going to ask you about him being as good as he is as a punter, and we have another flag on the field.
The punt, touchdown. After the punt, unsportsmanlike conduct. Iowa Central, number 2. That 15-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff.
Unsportsmanlike, getting a little rowdy. But, it's a regular season finale. They're excited for their defensive player and punter. That's great.
I'm not too happy about a 15-yarder, but yeah, I mean, to your point, yeah, it's great. I'm just so happy for Coleman Miller. We do the rugby pile punt, and they just didn't have anybody coming from our right there left, which shocks me, and he just saw that and ran for a touchdown. Unbelievable.
There hasn't been a lot of adjustments made today on offense or defense from Highland. They do have a brand new head coach this year in DJ Mayo, and he's a guy that it's not like he was upgraded or promoted to head coach. He wasn't like a former offensive coordinator. He's a former high school coach. He's a former high school head coach that got the call up to go to Highland Community College. Do you think this is more of just a rebuild year for Highland?
Well, I think their offense doesn't have near the talent that some of the Kansas offenses have. I think their defense is really, really talented. And I think today, when things started going a little haywire, they didn't respond very well. And that's just something that they got a lot of freshmen. And when you have a lot of freshmen and they've not been through some of the battles that you've been through with a veteran team with much sophomores, you understand it's a 3-hour deal. Don't get real jacked up if you're up by 2 touchdowns. Don't get real down if you're down a couple. It's going to be 3 hours. Just keep hanging. They've not done a great job of just kept hanging. They kind of, I think we broke their will a little bit today, and I don't think they respond very well. And I think sometimes if you're a young coach, learning how to rally the troops, that's just part of the process as a coach too,
Gotcha. Well, here's that 15-yard penalty going to be kicked back from the Tritons' own 20-yard line. Again, Hank Ambrose and the athletic director, Coach Twait, joins us for the broadcast today.
I mean, from way back there, you kick it to the 11-yard line. Come on, let's have some good coverage here.
Oh, great stuff from Bwennon Kamba.
Look out. Oh, what a hit. Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
That guy, number 11, I don't know who is that? Logan Williams. Wow. That's how you do. That's textbook. I mean, you talk about driving through a tackle and didn't hit with his helmet, hit with his shoulder pads, and ran his feet. It was just truly outstanding.
And a true special teams guy. He came on, walked on as wanted to be a tailback, and he's playing special teams. And those special teams players, they're different. You gotta have something different in your head.
You're darn right, because it's no fair dodging out there. And that you got to be one tough hombre. There's no question about it. You have a lot of respect for those young men.
Yeah. A 34-3, about 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. Still with you on Triton Nation. Here we go in the gun with doubles to the left, one receiver right, tight end package as well.
2 special teams touchdowns. Look at this. It's a fumble. Oh, my goodness.
And brought down for a gang tackle.
Yeah.
I mean, our defense is going to get there quick enough, but to give up a few more seconds from that muff snap, no good.
Yeah. This it's been a tough sledding for their offense today, hasn't it? I mean, our defense has done a tremendous job. It's been really tough sledding. How about third quarter, 2 special teams touchdowns. You think about the kickoff return for a touchdown, and it was not a fake punt in design, but we go our rugby punt, and he starts going to his right to punt the ball, and see there's absolutely nobody there, runs for the first down, cuts back with some blocking, gets touchdown. So 2 special teams touchdowns in the third quarter. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, yeah. And,
oh, my goodness.
Here comes an interception now. Second forced turnover of the day. That's right, Dan Knutson wearing that number 0.
Trying to take over first.
And that's is that the first year of the number 0? I guess.
Yes, this year's the first year that we've been allowed to wear it in college football, and so we've got it.
That's awesome. Dan Knutson, INT. Triton's going to start up just shy of the red zone. But yeah, they're going to get to add on to their stats some more. 34-3, and it looks like the varsity team is going to stay out on the field.
What a way for these sophomores after losing 3 games in a row on our home field in the last regular season game, getting ready to go to a bowl game. What a statement this is, getting ready, and a testimony to mental toughness and being able to stick to, not giving in and sticking to the plan. I'm so happy for them and for the coaches. I really am.
It is incredible. Nice rush there for 7 yards. Here comes a 2nd down and 3 from Washington.
I think it's the other way, but I think it's 2nd and 7. I think we got 3.
It is. I got wrapped around.
That's all right.
So much success, you look at the wrong way.
I love it.
3-yard rush, 2nd and 7. Here we go.
2 backs. We motioned 1 out. Now we're 1 back ends up being 4 wides.
Deep. Oh, right in the numbers. Dropped it there. A little bit of a shove off. No call. I'll take that one. Guys just getting physical out there. You're talking about the rugby plays and from that last touchdown from Colbin Miller. Rugby's getting really big in Fort Dodge. It's always, past decades, been really successful at Iowa Central. But now Fort Dodge has their own club at the high school level. Not sanctioned by the school. None of the teams are in that league, but just had the state tournament actually back on last Saturday. So you wonder if maybe Colbin Miller snuck out and watched some of that.
I love it. I know one thing. Oh boy. Oh shoot.
Oh man.
We threw a pick, and now their guy's going to get a chance to do it.
A big guy.
Yeah.
And the Highland crowd loves that.
Yeah. We threw an errant one there. Tommy McClyman played football for me from Central DeWitt, and one just a tough fullback, a great long snapper, and great special teams player. They played at University of Northern Iowa. He's actually our Fort Dodge's rugby head coach, and Tommy, I think, coached either freshman or sophomore football for Fort Dodge Senior High, and he's a wonderful young man, wonderful school teacher, wonderful coach, and he has a lot of Triton in him still, believe me. He comes to a lot of our stuff, and we love seeing Tommy. He's done a great job, I know, getting this rugby program started for Fort Dodge.
He's involved in all sports.
Wrestling,
football, wrestling. He's a ref as well at the rugby level. Like you said, he helps out with the girls and guys rugby program here at Fort Dodge.
No, he does. Wonderful young man. They went some Wildcat stuff, looks like. Looks like they took their quarterback out. Has been having a tough day. They're hiking it to 85. He might just be running it for a while. Say, heck with this thing.
Yeah, that would be Jason Skoma.
Skoma with the keeper there from the Wildcat.
There's that 6-yard carry. A keeper from the Wildcat, like you said. Under 5 minutes to go, still in the third quarter. It's 34-3.
Testament to the community we have and to the kind of parents and loved ones we have. We've lost 3 in a row. We're not going to be in the playoff, but look at the crowd. Look at the home crowd. It's just really tremendous to see a great crowd for the sophomores' last home game, and that always makes the coach feel good. You know what? Everybody's still all in, baby. No one's giving up on this season, and we're going to finish the year strong, win this thing, and then win a bowl game, go 7-4, and finish in the top 10 in the country. I mean, that's the mindset.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Another solid rush for 3. Here comes a 3rd and 1 look. Big game today, number 1 versus number 2, Hutchinson and Iowa Western. I was going to ask you for your take on that.
Actually, Coffeyville and Iowa Western are playing today. Next week, Hutchinson and Iowa Western next week. I think Hutchinson's a better football team than Iowa Western, although Iowa Western's the defending champion. They're undefeated. Until someone unseats the defending champ, they ought to still be ranked 1, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Coffeyville's actually ahead of half, I believe, with Iowa Western today right now. So
right?
Yeah, you never know. We always say the best team never wins. The best team that day always wins. You know, who's locked and loaded, who doesn't make the mistakes, and who's ready to go.
Well, there you go.
Tell you what, Coach Conley knew they were running that play. He sent our outside backer into B gap. Our defense, they went out, tackle went out, opened up the B gap perfectly. And Coach Conley was with me for over 20 years as an assistant coach. He does a great job coordinating our defense. He called exactly the stunt that would stop that play.
It's awesome.
There's a 4th down for the Scotties.
3rd and short territory turns into 4th and short territory. And looks like a timeout going to be taken here. It is 34-3, 3 minutes, 17 seconds remain. Let's thank those sponsors of the broadcast that have been with us all season long and for all of our sports, all home sports, part of the broadcast. Thank you very much to CJ Bio of America, Calvert & Johnson Insurance Services, Mark's Auto Mart, CNOS, Rash Construction, and Avila Bank. And by the way, go back and watch the Mark's Auto Mart Triton Tailgate Show. We have multiple episodes up on our YouTube channel right now, the same channel you're watching this live stream on. I got to sit down and talk with some coaches as well as some athletic directors like yourself, a part of the Mark's Auto Mart Triton Tailgate Show. It's all on our YouTube page. Check it out.
After this play, Hank, I've got to get running doing some things, but I want to thank you for what you've done for us and wish you nothing but luck as you head north and west, and you'll be working with some Spencer stuff, some Emmitsburg stuff, and I'm an Emmitsburg E-Hawk. You know, that's where I was born, or not born, but that's where I was raised and played the high school sports, and Dad coached there forever. In fact, it's Dwayne Twait Field. You'll be calling games on his field. Right. But you really add a lot to us. We appreciate it. We wish you nothing but the best, and they hired a great one when they got you, Ambrose, I'll tell you that.
Well, hey, Coach, thank you very much. And to everything that Iowa Central's done for me, I appreciate right back at you. So thank you. Thank you.
What a great play on defense there. I don't know if he stretched out far enough to get the first down or not, but
pass is complete. And
tremendous job coming up from the secondary to, I think they're going to,
I don't know
if they're going to measure or if they're just going to give it to him. Couldn't tell you.
What's never good is when you reach the ball back, but you're falling forward.
Yeah.
Or falling backward.
That's exactly right.
Let's see.
Highland's going to be awarded a 1st and 10. On the field is a 1st down. Iowa Central is taking their first charge time out of the half and will challenge that ruling.
Yep, so Iowa Central will take their first charge timeout and challenge the ruling.
Yep.
Ruled a 1st down on the field originally. And we got another look into the cameras for our stripes.
It's the right thing to do. I mean, it was a close play. I mean, obviously the referees are down there right there. They have a lot better view than you or I have, but yeah, it's close. My guess is it'd be very hard to overturn it, probably, but you never know. Worth a try.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, there has been one play that's been overturned already.
With the quarterback's knee on the ground before he fumbled. Took away our defensive touchdown.
University from Grandview. All these out of the Fieldhouse.
34-3, 3 minutes, 10 seconds remain.
Triton Nation. Follow your Tritons all winter long.
As we await for this ruling down on the field, we will see what it comes down to. And really it's almost up to the officials' discretion, because there's so many ways you can look at it, because you want to you can either look at it like stopping the play from where the movement was moving forward or where the ball was crossing. It's so hard to tell.
Yeah, there's so much judgment involved in all this. I mean, it's really hard to, and now they can go slow motion. That video thing, you can go slow motion, frame by frame, and see inch by inch. Where in the heat of the battle, it's happening so fast. It's probably a guess more than anything at the heat of the battle. So, Hank, I've got to get down to my post and do a couple more things. But like I said, thanks for having me on, and we'll see you in the Unidome on December 3rd for sure, right?
Yes, that's exactly right, Coach. Thank you very much.
You bet, buddy.
That was Athletic Director Coach Kevin Twait joining us for the broadcast today. We will resume the play-by-play, keeping it right here. It was just confirmed down on the field from the white cap that it is a 1st down for the Scotties. So they will move forward. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining for the rest of this game. Still in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the gun. still running that Wildcat look, and they will keep with their man. That's the 85, Jason Skoma, who is a freshman I have from my roster sheet, listed as a tight end. I'm not really for sure if this is kind of their design look of what they want. And, here we go. Now they're switching back in a quarterback. Looks like he's mostly used as a flex player tight end. Not really for sure on his classification. But here we go. 2nd down and 8, 2.5 minutes to go. Back to pass and looking long. And there's that deep threat. There is that deep threat making the grab. The number 3, Darion Bryant, averaging 15.5 yards per catch. He's going to have a big one there. That'll be good for 33 yards.
Bryant with the catch. Concession stand will be closing in 5 minutes.
34-3, 2 minutes 20 seconds to go. 1st and goal for the first time today for the Scotties. Now look at this. You see the number 10 on the field? Well, that's actually their star defensive tackle, Ethan Roberts. Roberts was involved in 2 tackles for losses earlier on today, and now he's lined up in as a fullback. Seeing Kansas City Chiefs star Dontari Poe line up in a very similar formation. Back in the early 2010s. Not going to work out this time. Snap is fumbled by Vanderveer. Here comes a 2nd and goal for the Scotties. Coming up in just a little bit. Minute 40 seconds remain. In the eye. And looking to, well, I'm not for sure what's going on here. He'll throw it back to the corner of the end zone, and a great coverage there from Jamal Spivey. He had that interception earlier, had him spin him around. You know, honestly, I feel like that was hard to call. Honestly, what I want to say is I want to say that people, the players on the field for Highland kind of didn't know what was going on because the quarterback, he just stepped to the right out of the eye, and then he fired it to the right. Very strange. I've never really seen anything like that. No drop back or anything. Here we go, 3rd and goal scenario to the corner of the end zone. The speed will kill him, and into the end zone, scoring their first touchdown of the day is Darion Bryant. That's his 5th receiving touchdown of the season. And Bryant, 5th receiving touchdown. Mark it in for 5 yards. And now here comes Adonis Coylan to take the PAT. 34-9. And, you know, you'd think that these guys would go for it here. I don't want to say they're giving up because we have a whole nother quarter to play. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. 34-10. We're going to take a break and return in 1 minute right after this on Triton Nation.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Here, 1 minute, 20 seconds remain. It's 34-10. Tritons lead by 24, so it's still a 3-possession game. Tritons just got to continue to do what they've done today and come out of here with a victory. I really enjoyed what Coach Twait was saying, and I'm going to echo off of him of what a great day it's been to play football today, but also to be in Iowa Central Triton, and especially for these sophomores and the sophomore families. This is great. Here is a little squib kick, pooched up in the air, and looked like it was Ethan John who will bring it down.
We're
34-10, a minute and 18 seconds remain in this third quarter, and then we'll have another full fourth quarter as well. see if the Tritons keep on the pedal. I mean, I would think so. With all this time remaining, and they might have a switch of a few backup guys, keeping the majority, and it looks like that is going to happen. So they are going to switch in a new quarterback, but keep the rest of the varsity. Coming onto the field is Logan Williams. Williams looks left, takes it, keeps it for himself. Oh, fumble! It's actually caught. Fumble was left up in the air. Turnover. Recovered by the Scotties. Didn't see the number. It fell down quick. There's a fumble. Fumble recovery for the Scotties. Let's keep it right here. (34-10), minute and 12 seconds to go. It's a 3-possession game. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to feel a little bit of a shift. In the gun, Twins right, lone receiver left, also a tight end to the left hip of the left tackle. Tritons showing 2 deep safeties. They're crowding the defensive line with 6, bringing back their backers, and almost an interception. Almost an interception by Branson Peters. And that'll keep it 2nd and 10, a minute and 10 seconds remain. And as you heard Coach Twait say earlier, it is official that the Game 1 Bowl, played in the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa, will be marked for December 3rd. We will be seeing a top 10 opponent in that matchup. Who that will be, we don't know yet, of course. But hopefully that news will come out as soon as possible. Wrapping up. Nice tackle there. Eli West in the flats. Still got a little bit of a gain on the play.
Stop made by Eli West.
Here's a 3rd and 6, ball on the Triton 36. 45 seconds to play in the third quarter.
There's a 3rd 6.
And here we go. Scotties in the gun. Doubles right, tight end in the package with a lone receiver left. Oh, wow, fake, great. Oh, my goodness, that footwork was phenomenal. I don't know if you caught it there, but the number 3, Darion Bryant, who just did a spin move, acted like he was going to go on a really short curl route, just like a 2-yard curl route, turned around, looked at the ball, got the defensive back, Stefan Sewan, to bite, and then spun, fading towards the end zone. Luckily, the pass was a little too long. Here's a 4th and 6 now with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2 deep safeties. Rushing 5. Firing over the middle. It's caught. And the safeties, no one over the middle. Big reception for Bryant. Bryant's going to have a first down and more.
Emil Spy with the stop to remove the chains for Highland first down.
Spy was there to get the tackle, but his helmet fell off.
17-yard line.
34-10, 10 seconds remain. In this third quarter, and looks like they're not going to get a playoff. The game clock will get to the zeros. We got a 3-possession game, 34-10. We're going to go ahead and take a break and be back in 1 minute to start the fourth quarter coming up in just a little bit on Triton Nation.
We're CJ Bio, In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
Triton Nation, we're back to the action to start the fourth quarter. Here we go. Hank Ambrose with you. As we continue this broadcast, 34-10. Tritons have no offensive touchdowns in the second half yet, but have seen 2 special teams touchdowns. And that was awesome. That was exciting. Here we go, 34-10. In the Cadillac, Twins left, looking left, and firing to a zig route. 3 guys there in coverage, 4 backing up the man. That's heavy traffic. A gain of 4. Here comes a 2nd down and 6. Ball is on the 13-yard line on the Triton side. It's the second time today that the Scotties have made their way to the Triton red zone. You can keep them at 100% on the day in the red zone. In the doubles, Cadillac, tight end right, back to pass, looking right, fires to a quick slant, and too far inside. Tried to evade not only the pressure, but also the D-backs in coverage. 3rd and 6, and you know, they had just 2 receivers go out for a pass that time. They had a very heavy blocking package. They know how good this pass rush is. And the Tritons, you know, they didn't have to bring all of those 7 guys to match with the blockers. They just, or 9 guys rather, they went ahead and just sat 4 back in coverage. Big 3rd down, 3rd and 6. Triangle trips to the right. 1 receiver left. Tailback into block. Holy crap, he came screaming and gave him a good nudge. Who was that? You know, of course, that was Dan Knutson, who almost got to the quarterback instantly. A good thing that he had a speed bump there, if you're a Highland fan, and Jackson. Otherwise, that would have been a big sack. 4th and 6, 14 minutes and 20 seconds remain. I love to hear the band is still going buck wild with the cheer and dance team. It looks like another timeout. Yep, Highland's going to call a timeout. A big play is coming up here. Let's just keep it right here, 34-10. I have more to share with you with my stats and such in just a moment. Sorry, I'm trying to get these out. Here we go. You know, some of those other notable stats from Highland Community College. If you missed it earlier, no one on the team has over 200 rushing yards on the season, and still don't in this game. The closest guy is Duntravius Jackson. Heading into the game today, 38 attempts, 179 yards he has gained. Still not over 200 yards. The guy with the most attempts on the team, Jordan Jackson, 74 carries, 125 yards. Those are poor numbers for rushing the football. And really, the rushing game, the running game, that's where you want to build your foundation. Well, heavily believed with most coaches in America is that's where you build your foundation. You have a running game that can open up your passing game. Or if your running game is good enough, you don't need a passing game. So I think that shows already why this offense has not been very efficient on the season. Something they need to improve in the offseason. Big 4th down conversion here. 4th and 6. Ball on the 13-yard line to the end zone. bobbled and dropped. 14 minutes, 15 seconds remain. The Tritons take over 1st and 10 on their own 13-yard line. We haven't seen Tyson Robbins at all today. And, you know, I saw him warming up. I saw him on the sideline. And, you know, they brought in that Wildcat package earlier. I do wonder if he may be going through a sprain or something. Still suited up, like I said. Not exactly for sure. I didn't get any news or word on it. Well, here we go. Tritons come back out onto the field and have another zone read, and they'll keep it outside. Logan Williams remains in at quarterback. Last time we saw him on his first rush, he ended up fumbling the ball. On the last carry that time, I believe it was Bellamy. Let me double check there. No, Adrian Fussell, matter of fact. That was Fussell on the carry. 2nd and 8, 13 minutes, 40 seconds remain in the gun. Doubles each side. John in motion. And looking short over to Harold Trainer. Trainer makes a grab and moves forward. He's going to get close to the line to gain. And that will move the chains. Another Triton first down. Give him 10 yards from that last play. 13:15 remains, and the clock is ticking down. It's 34-10. And as much as I'd like to say this game is over, it is not. As Highland still has a chance to move it back into their own territory, but they got to get a stop here. In the gun, doubles on each side. Williams back to pass, looking right, stepping up in the pocket, looking to move, sliding down. I see the sideline wanting some penalty markers thrown, but not going to get anything. And kind of got sideline low, clothesline low, but everyone's okay on the play. They'll keep it going. 2nd down and 6 coming up. And by the way, I'd like to wish success to the Triton volleyball team. Regional semifinals today. If they win that, they'll move on to regional finals. They make it to regional finals, and they've punched their ticket to the national tournament, which will happen later on this month. Uh-oh! The backs ran into each other between Williams and Sanders, and Williams will keep it and have a bit of a gain. Gain of 2 yards, it looks like. Might give them 3. They'll give them 2. 3rd and 3 for Iowa Central. Ball on the 30-yard line. 11:45 on the clock. Tritons in the gun. Make that the pistol. Looked like it was the gun at first, but no, the pistol. Moving out. Went for a box route outside, and it was knocked down. 4th and 3, 11 minutes and 27 seconds remain. Tritons looking to punt after getting 1 first down this drive.
Brings up 4th down. Colvin Miller in punt formation.
And Colvin Miller remains as the punter in punt formation. They're going to make a sub and have a new guy return it, actually, for Highland. Garrett Reckrott. In punting formation. Highland has 1 safe man that they're showing, and actually they only ended up rushing 1. 11 minutes, 22 seconds remain. 34-10 is the score. We'll keep it here. Again, let's shout out those guys that have been able to make me put me on air throughout the season. Big shout out to the Iowa Central TV radio production crew. Again, they're broadcasting all home games, matches, contests, whatever it may be. If it's sports related and if it's home, it's being live streamed right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. I'll be on call for all. I've been on call for all conference matchups and football games. 34-10, 11 minutes, 22 seconds remain in the gun. Doubles left, one receiver right. Got an H-back in the set as well. And they'll look towards that H-back. Firing short, dumping off to the flats. Moving forward, it's Jackson. Oof. Wow. I mean, you're really just running into a concrete wall. Have enough for a 12-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Under 11 minutes to go. It's 34-10. Hurry up offense, looking right and firing with the first read. Deep. It's caught. He's a weapon. Gotta watch out for him. Catch is made. They'll mark him at the 13-yard line. That's good for 33 yards. Bryant has came alive within the last 10 minutes of game time. It's been quiet other than that. But hey, that deep threat, these guys run it deep. 34-10, 10:40 on the clock in the gun. Rolling right. Oh, man. Man was there. Great defensive coverage there by the 21. Daryl Matcham of Earlham, Iowa. He's one of 2 guys that start for us that come from Earlham. Second and 10. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remain. Back to the Cadillac. Doubles left, lone receiver right. Back to pass. Firing to the end zone. And I love that. Love it, love it, love everything about that. Now, you saw all that contact there. Both guys were putting hands on each other with their arms extended, right? And you may ask, why is there not a penalty thrown? There's all that contact. The ball was thrown towards the receiver. It was a catchable ball. Well, the reason for that is there is a 3-yard safe zone where the defensive back can do virtually anything and everything besides hold him down to the ground to stop him from, moving forward. And that ball was thrown in the vicinity of that 3-yard safe zone that the defensive back had the ability to bully him, basically. And that's what Stefan Sawan took advantage of and led to an incomplete pass. We just saw another one right there. 4th and 10. It's 34-10. 10 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock, and looks like these guys are wanting to take another field goal. Coyle to take the field goal. This would be a 33-yard field goal if it goes. And the kick is up. It's through the upright. Field goal good, 34-13. 34-13 from the field goal. And we'll keep it right here. While I got you, you might have heard Athletic Director Coach Kevin Twait say it earlier in the broadcast when he joined us throughout that first 10 minutes of the third quarter. He was talking about me moving up northwest Iowa, and to Spencer and Emmitsburg and that sort of region. Well, it's true. This will be my last Iowa Central football season. I'll be calling for them. I'm so grateful to be a part of the Iowa Central Tritons broadcasting crew for the past 4 years. But yes, this will be my last game calling for the Iowa Central Tritons in Dodger Stadium. I will get to call the game at the Game 1 Bowl, which I'm super excited for. But yes, moving up to Northwest Iowa to continue some radio work. And if you've been along with me for the past 4 years, or maybe this is the first year, or maybe you just knew about me, regardless, I appreciate you joining us for the broadcast and let me tell the story for the past 4 years. Here we go on a return. Mario Sanders on his feet. And oh my goodness, the highlight reel is still going. Mario Sanders gets another kickoff return touchdown. I love it. Kudos to Mario. Mario Sanders takes it to the house again. That's his second kickoff return touchdown of the half. It's 40-13, soon to kick the PAT. That is awesome. That is awesome. And we got a new man to kick the PAT. Logan Mayberry of Northwood, Iowa. See this kick. It is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. 41-13. Tritons lead by 28. 10 minutes remain in this fourth quarter. Let's stay right here. I'd like to give a big shout out to those sponsors that have been able to allow us to call these games. Big thank you to CJ Bio of America, Calvert & Johnson Insurance Services, Mark's Auto Mart, CNOS, Rash Construction, and Avela Bank. Thank you for sponsoring the broadcast and all you do for the local area. 41-13, 10 minutes remain. Let's go through those scores we've seen today from Iowa Central. Riley Purcell had a 13-yard receiving touchdown back in the first quarter. In the second quarter, we saw Javante Williams score a 6-yard receiving touchdown off a slant route. Justin Silverstein had a 5-yard rushing touchdown. And we saw a field goal made by the Scotties in the first half as well, good for 26 yards. Halftime score was 21-3. In the second half, to start us off, Mario Sanders had a kickoff return for a touchdown. We also saw Isaiah Bruce have a strip tackle touchdown that was actually reversed, which is too bad. Love big men touchdowns. Would have loved to see that stay. But then, right as the Tritons got the ball back, they went to punt the ball with Colbin Miller. He faked it, went 71 yards off a fake punt to the house. That was freaking awesome. Oh, man. Colbin Miller, just a superstar. Also, Mario Sanders most recently just had about an 80-yard return touchdown off that kickoff return. From the Scotties, they made a field goal in the second half, and their only touchdown came from Bryant. De'Arion Bryant, 5-yard receiving touchdown. It is 41-13, 10 minutes to go in the gun. Twins right, lone receiver left. Tight end in the package on the strong side of the right tackle. And play action, looking right, firing. Got that toe drag right in front of the first down line to gain, but there is a penalty in the backfield. I don't know what this will be. Could be a number of things. It could be holding, could be illegal touching. Oh, roughing the passer. Called against 32. I did not pick up on that. It's called against Juwarin Corbin of Wildwood, Florida.
Bobby plays the Triton 46-yard line.
They'll give him another 15 yards after that. 1st and 10 to the 46. 9 minutes and 53 seconds remain. Comes a man in motion, crossing over the middle of the field. Inside handoff, still on his feet, Jackson. Tackled. Again, this guy, Ajay Russell, is having the game of his Triton career. I mean, we've seen him shine before in the past, but coming off the bench and doing all this, he's doing wonders. Gain of 3, here's a 2nd down and 7. 9 minutes, 15 seconds remain in the gun. Twins left, lone receiver right, they'll fire to the lone wolf, and brought down Bryant. And Matcham was there on the tackle. Nine minutes remain. Here comes a 3rd down and 1. Ball on the 36-yard line. Trips left, lone receiver right, in the gun, looking left, and fire into a swing pass, gonna have a 1st down.
Swing pass to David Jackson.
8.5 minutes remain, it's 41-13. We got a new man joining us for the broadcast. Rusty joins us.
Hank, how are you doing today?
Oh, hang on, I got to turn you up. Okay, I got you turned up.
How you doing today, Hank?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. You know, Tritons are playing
football, man.
Yeah, Tritons are playing great. They're looking great. And, you know, as you know, this is one of my last times calling Triton sports.
I wanted to jump on and say that it's been a pleasure not only to have you as a student of mine for a while, but to have you calling these games that we get to produce, and you've done a great job. Football, volleyball, basketball, everything. You've done a great job.
Hey, thank you.
You bet. You bet. It's good to have you around. So, get back to some football here, huh?
Yeah, let's do that. 41-13. Tritons have been really solid today. We've seen some reserves come in recently, but again, Ajay Russell is awesome. There you see him fly into the flats there, making the big tackle.
The Triton defense has really stepped up today. They've done a great job. There's been some interceptions. They've done a good job.
They have. You know, when you go 3 in a row with losing after being the third-ranked team in the country, I think you have a little built-up anger inside of you, and I'm sure that's part of the reason they've had some success today, a little more aggression. They go rolling out right, 3rd and 9 situation for the Scotties, going to the end zone, broken up in double-team coverage. Comes a 4th and 9.
Yeah, they covered that one really well. The ball was kind of a little overthrown, but they covered it really well. They've been doing a really good job of that. Number 21 for Iowa Central. I watched him really knock down a lot of passes today.
He did, yeah. It's Daryl Matcham. You know, Matcham, he's seen a lot of varsity time, but he's also been battling some injuries and back and forth. And you can see him getting some playing time today, and like you said, breaking up the passes, especially in this fourth quarter here. Big scenario, 4th and 9, ball on the 29. Trips left, they get a motion him out with twins on each side. Looking right, fires over the middle, and up and over the primary hand of the intended receiver, Bryant. And he's been money, Brian has been, but it's too bad that, for Highland anyway, that it got out of reach for him.
4 and Grace on coverage for the Tritons.
41-13, we have a turnover on downs. Tritons will take over. Got to get to 35 plus to have continuous clock here. Haven't been able to hit that mark today yet.
Oh, they're on their way. They're on their way, that's for sure.
I think so. And how about the scoring in the second half from Iowa Central? All 3 touchdowns have been from special teams.
And you know, that's what's kind of fun to watch. I like to see the special teams step up and really add something to the game. The offense is good, don't get me wrong, but the special teams has done a great job for Iowa Central this year.
And knowing we've had one taken away from us, one defensive touchdown from that big guy.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that one go through. I really would have.
Yeah. And we got some third stringers even coming in now, some JV guys who are actually going to get some playing time later on this week. They travel to Central Community College. Heard Coach Twait talk about that from earlier. Coming onto the field now at quarterback, Bryce Aspergen of Polk City, Iowa. Let's see if I see any other new faces. The number 15, the closest to me and Rusty, calling from the away stands, it's Jalen Lueth. He made his first varsity reception earlier today. Otherwise, looks pretty similar. Other than that, there goes great blocking from Ethan John. Adrian Fussell gets the carry. I'll have a few on that gain. 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 3. We're on the 36-yard line. Tritons need a few more yards. Now, they haven't passed very often with these reserve guys. Let's see if that changes on this down. Tritons 58% on 3rd down conversion heading into the game today. Let's see if that keeps trending up. Back to pass over the middle of the field, caught by Lueth, the kid out of Ames. He moves forward and gets to the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 14 yards.
What do you know? As soon as you say they haven't passed a lot, there comes a big reception right there.
Yeah, and you know, that was good to see. You know, I've got to spend time calling Dodger football games for the past 3 years as well. And Lueth, he's been a nightmare, honestly, to call against. But I'm really happy he's a Triton. So that was a good grab there. 14 yards.
He's had some good games on this field, that's for sure.
That's right. Here we go in the pistol and wrapped up in the backfield. And that was Fussell on the carry again. Oh, no. Correction, that was the 29. That's Anthony Eaton, Alexandria, Virginia. We're stretching all over the states. Virginia, I believe that's the first I've called this season.
You know, that's what's kind of cool about Iowa Central. We've got students from all over the United States and really all over the world. You know that just from calling some of these games. We've got a volleyball player from Brazil.
That's right. That's a no-no. And even on the football team, our kicker, our starting kicker, Congolo Buninkamba, originally from Africa. He's moved all over from New York to California and settling in Iowa. Oh, my gosh.
You know what? If I was in New York in the winter, I'd head to Iowa in the winter too. So.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Gets a little cold up there.
Yeah. There's a nice 4-yard gain. 3rd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 49 on the Scotties side. The Scotties. Have you ever heard of that in a football sense?
No, I have not. I have not. It makes me think about rugby team.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Scottish, maybe. I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
3rd and 8, 4 minutes to go. It's 41-13. Again, Hank and Rusty with you on call for the rest of today. It's the regular season finale. Tritons have been dominant today, and they're going to use a timeout. And what I really like about this is, you know, it stops the clock, and I think maybe some Triton fans that goes, oh, man, that stops the clock, really? We're leading by so much. Well, no, this gives a great situation for the backup guys because these are the guys of the future, and this is a scenario where you got a big 3rd down and 8. You call a timeout where you get to talk with your coaching staff, and you get to be front and center of what an adjustment looks like in the middle of a game.
Yeah, this is one of those coaching moments. You know what I mean? It stops the clock for the game, but you know, like you said, you know, these guys they got to be in this scenario. Put them in this scenario, show them how important it is, bring them over, talk to them, let them know that, you know, kind of figure out what they're going to do, and then turn them loose.
And 3rd and 8, I don't know what you do here. This is kind of tough because, yes, you've been very successful today with 3rd down conversions, but there hasn't been a lot of very long ones you've had to convert.
No, but this is, like you said, this is an opportunity for these young guys, these freshman guys that will be stepping up next year. Gives them that opportunity to get through something like this and see if they can convert.
In the pistol, trips left, lone receiver right, over the middle of the field. They will fire. Oh, through the hands, incomplete.
There was some nice protection on that play too.
There was, you know, and drew the play up perfectly. And like you said, coaching moment. Situation to see who's going to be the big-time player of the future, and unfortunately there was a drop right there. Not saying that it's over for him, but you know, that's a big one to lose. 3rd and 8,
and they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, I mean, so close to having it, and come out in the exact same formation. They may be running the same play, or same scheme at least. No, they're running a swing pass outside. Another drop. A big man gets on it. No matter what they call a fumble or incomplete pass, it's a turnover, and the Scots will get it at least one more time. 41-13.
Well, Hank, I'm going to head back to the trailer. I just wanted to come up here and say thank you. You've made my job in the trailer easy. It's been a pleasure to have you around, and I know we'll be seeing more and more of you throughout the years. So we're looking forward to seeing you on one of the big networks someday.
Hey, thank you, Rusty. And
all right.
For everything you've done, you know how much you have helped me throughout my career, and I will miss this place, certainly, and hopefully down the road sometime I can come back and do some alumni broadcasting.
Hey, you're more than welcome to come back anytime, man, anytime. We'll get you back for the Hall of Fame games or something.
That'd be great. Hey, thank you, Rusty.
All right, thanks, Hank.
Continuing to close the game here, that was Rusty McNeil, my former instructor, helping me out here with the coverage today. 41-13. 3.5 minutes remain. Just saw a first down off of a first down. Daryl Matcham made the tackle a moment ago. Again, a big shout out to the crowd for not just the Triton side. You can see the home field when we go out wide, but on the away side as well. Highland's brought some good numbers. And, you know, junior college, you travel far for these games. I mean, we're going state by state for the most part of the season and going from a part of Kansas all the way to central Iowa. Kudos for these parents, grandparents, friends, and whomever else, just fans coming out supporting their kids. 41-13, 3 minutes, 9 seconds remain. It's second down and 10.
Ruling on the field is a
ball was ruled as a completion before it came out of his hands. That was Jared Williams on the catch.
Oh, and the ball was ruled incomplete before it went out of his hands. Okay, so that will put him at their original spot. Third down and 4, gun. Doubles left, lone receiver right, handoff. Oh, open hole. That's the first time today that the tailbacks from Highland have really been able to break that first line of defense. And when knowing it comes with just 3 minutes to go in this quarter, that's really, really nice. And some flags are thrown. Multiple flags are thrown all around the exterior of the plane. On the outside, let's see what the calls are. Illegal substitution on the defense. Legal substitution on the play. That basically just makes that play not happen and gives them 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 5, ball on the 7-yard line. Highland has been 100% in the red zone today. I think that this would be a good stop if we could see a turnover here. Now, not all of those scores have been touchdowns. One of them was a field goal, but still, like I said, I'd love to see a stop and turnover here. 41-13, 2.5 minutes remain. Triton's been dominant, and they come out in their heavy package. Only once before this play right here has Highland lined up under center, and they will hand off. Jackson on his feet, hurdles one man, breaks the 5-yard line, and makes it to about the 3. Looks like they'll put him at the 3. And here we go.
Tackle made by the interior of the Triton defense.
1st and goal now, ball on the 2-yard line. 1st and goal on the 2. Under 2 minutes to go. Staying in the I formation. Jumbo tight end to the left. Lone receiver. Split right. Handoff. And tackled. Looks like a gain of nothing. I mean, you continue to, I don't know if that's the right call. You know, and I don't want to bash on Highland Community College and the play calling, because I think that they've had really good moments and poor moments today. But, you know, you gotta run your best play here. And right now you're running under center, and you don't run under center really that often at all. Got to use your best play right here. It's where the money is made, inside that 5-yard line. Now it looks like Iowa Central is going to call a timeout. And again, this is a teaching moment, a learning moment. This is why these timeouts are being called, because these are big scenarios for these young guys and something they can really learn off of. And also, some of these guys that are on the field right now are sophomores that maybe just didn't start all season long, and you put them in there to give them a farewell tour. 41-13, 1 minute and 34 seconds remain before we see the result. Following the timeout, I'd like to thank the sponsors of the broadcast again for allowing me to come out and broadcast these games. CJ Bio of America, Calvert & Johnson Insurance Services, Mark's Auto Mart, CNOS, Rash Construction, and Avela Bank. Thank you for sponsoring the broadcast and being with us all sports season long. 41-13, minute and a half to go. Minute and a half to go in the I. Lone receiver right. Looking to fake it. Play action. Roll in right. Corner of the end zone. Interception. Interception. Haven't seen a signal yet. Interception. Yes. Is that Jamal Spy again? Number 4. It's got to be. It is. Jamal Spy's second interception of the day. Wow. Jamal Spy, oh my gosh, how fun has he been to watch in his career? He had the first defensive touchdown of the season, and it was during that night game against Coffeyville Community College. It was pitch black outside. It was dark. It was the first true cold game of the year. I remember I was freezing. I felt like I was freezing. And Jamal Spy had the first defensive touchdown of the year, which was a 40-yard pick six. And gets another interception today in the end zone. That is a huge success. That's one of the better success stories of today. The Tritons stopped these guys in the red zone. 41-13, a minute and a half to go. Handoff. And Tritons can just run it out here if they so please. And we're still winding down clock, 41-13, and really this is just putting a ribbon on the end of it. I tell you what, I'd like to say thank you so much for being a part of my young broadcasting career journey. This is the 4th season I've got a call for Iowa Central football at Dodger Stadium. I got to be a part of 5 seasons technically, but I was a camera guy for my very first one. It was just some springtime football, which was just crazy because that was during the COVID year. But anyway, it's been a very fun ride, and it's just been some of my favorite moments of my young broadcasting career have happened out here. And again, I'd like to thank the TV radio production crew for always getting me on the air for the past 4 years. Rusty, my former instructor, and showed me all there is to know and gave me the outlet to do the things that I do. And also a big thank you to the athletic director and the rest of Iowa Central Community College with Kevin Twait for hiring me back, and it's meant a lot to me, and to think that I've got to do this has just been a treat. So thank you so much. We're just moments away from closing out the game, and the Tritons have taken the field. 41-13. I am happy to announce the Tritons have won the game today and will be moving on to play in the Game 1 Bowl in the Unidome in Cedar Falls, December 3rd. I will be with you one last time for that play-by-play coverage to tell the story. Tritons going to get to close their regular season off on a high note. Congratulations to both teams. It's been one heck of a regular season. Till next time, Triton Nation, I'm Hank Ambrose with you for Iowa Central Athletics. You'll hear from me at the Game 1 Bowl in Cedar Falls.